Hey, what's up, Overpowered? Good to see you, man. Long time no see. Yeah, it has been a long time. Long time, long time. How have you been, man? I streamed last week after not streaming for about a month, and yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. I have school soon, so I don't know if I can say. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Still, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Last week, first time I streamed after a month of not streaming. Stream instantly fails. I mean, it doesn't like just shut off, but like OBS just was dropping frames. So I had to restart the stream. Yeah. Anyway, how have you been, Overpowered? Haven't played Genshin around a month. Oh, speaking of haven't played Genshin. Uh, recently, while I'm still playing very actively, playing Genshin very actively. I haven't been playing Genshin as religiously, as religiously as I used to. Like I'm the last 1, 2, or even 3 months. I've constantly been letting my resin cap. Not every day, but like sometimes twice a week. Sometimes no, yeah. Sometimes I won't let it cap for an entire week, but the worst slash best part is that I don't even feel bad when my resin caps. It's getting pretty stale. It's I don't know about stale. Like the story is great, right? Yeah, but like the game, right? Like the game over the game part is it feels like it's getting stale. It's the same like formula. If it's the same formula being recycled, like, and it's not even like the formula, the incredible like exciting formula that they used to have. Like now, like okay, so okay, right, I appreciate, like, I like the story, sure. I'll but I'm not invested enough in the story to like not just skip past all the dialogue. I'll like listen to what the story was, the main story was, by like watching a lore theorist's video later on, that who summarizes like the whole story and stuff. But like I'm not invested enough in the story that I'll like spend like 6 hours on the art conquest instead of 2.5 hours skipping past all the dialogue. But so I am the kind of player that's just more focused on the game itself, and the game part of it is just they hype up a new character, right, through the previous Archon quest or the previous story quest or event quest. They mention them a little bit, and then leaks start coming up. People start talking about leaks in the community, and then they get introduced, officially introduced in the special program, and then like hype videos and videos and videos of it in the community, and then the character gets released, and then they just feel like a meh character, unless if you get the other character, the other 5-star that they're designed to work with. Right? Like, and when Mawika and Skirk came out, they were the first most obvious signs of this character design. I kind of just didn't mind it. It was like, okay, strategy, right? I thought it would just be maybe not necessarily a one-off, but I kind of just thought that they wouldn't do it every single time. So, but they just kept doing it. They just didn't stop. Nodcry came along, and nobody worked well without another 5-star. Hey, what's up, Raj Kamal? How's it going, man? Wish we had the same time zones. Nah, it's all right, man. I mean, like it's 2 in the afternoon where I am. So if we were in the same time zones, you would be literally in class right now. You show me your Stygian record. I don't really do Stygian anymore, man. I haven't cared about Stygian in a while. Honestly. Like, I haven't even bothered with, what's it called? Hey, what's up, Sebo? How's it going, man? Haven't seen you in a while. I haven't cared about Stygian in a while. Like maybe I think I haven't cared about Fearless. I've only gone for the Primo gems for like the last 3 or 4, maybe even 5 Stygians. I just haven't cared. I just didn't want to bother with the cringe enemy mechanics. Cringe enemy mechanics, and I didn't want to bother with the what do people call it? The shill. Yeah, the shilling. I didn't want to bother with the shilling and how annoying they've made enemies to fight against if you don't have the character that's designed to fight it. And I'm like, okay, and so okay, if I went for it, right? All I would have gotten out of it, all the frustration, all the wasted time, would have been, what? 2 feathers of enlightenment, 2, and that's not even 2 artifact rerolls, right? That's maybe for the feather and the flower, that's 2 artifact rerolls, but usually we don't want to reroll the. Usually we don't want to reroll the feather and the flowers because they're a little bit easier to farm a good artifact for. Usually it's the sands, the goblet, and the sands, and especially the goblet and the circlets that we really want to reroll. But yeah, it's just yeah. Work got me all roped up. Hope you're doing well. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but I I am streaming today, right? Last time I streamed was last week, but before last week, I didn't stream for like a month. I thought it was just 3 weeks, and then I looked at my YouTube account and realized it was like over a month. I got really busy with work. Between I got really busy between work and stuff my dad asked me for help with, and helping my wife with work. Removes the experimental part of Genshin reactions. Sorry, what do you mean by experimental part? What do you mean by removes the experimental part of Genshin with reactions? You got a double 5-star twice. Hey, nice. Congrats, man. You know, I'm just happy that we are getting after Columbina, we're getting a patch that I just don't care about. Right? Like Varka seems to be very mid, right? And you know, according to historically, Genshin has been releasing character after character that's basically not even a character. It's like each character nowadays is it feels like it's half a character, unless if you pull for the other 5-star that's designed to be the other half of that character, right? Okay, it's so I'm sure there were other characters that this happened with back in the day, but the most obvious, some relatively recent one, has been so Mawika and Sitlali. Mawika was already way strong, even without. Is this still part of the? Okay, there. So Mawiko is still way strong. Um, when she came out, even without Setlali. But you got so much more power out of her if you went and got Setlali. And Skirk just yeah, like Skirk was I'd say like a worse version of Mawika. Skirk was just didn't didn't feel very strong for how strong Skirk really is if you didn't have Escoffier. And back in the day, it was never about this character is meant to deal with this boss or enemy type. Sumeru changed all of that, I think. Sumeru? I'm trying to think. Man, Sumeru was so long ago that I don't even remember. Oh, it's this thing. Okay. There. Scenery have been recorded. Okay. So what am I supposed to do here? Camera settings. Okay. No. All right. So leave. Oh. Okay. I think I get it. Right. Where is that tree? The waterfall. Okay, okay, so that's the ruin. Oh, I've already what? Oh, okay, because I left. There it is. Okay. Oh, what? This is it? This is just straight into the event? I thought it was just part of the like the little quest like dialogue skipping part. Excuse me, guys. Now if you'll Oh, well, that's annoying. That's annoying. Just oh my god, there's so many enemies here. Okay, please just leave me alone. Okay, there we go. Oh, please don't aggro. Okay. Alright. I wonder if this guy's gonna aggro on me while I'm in camera. Guess there. Alright. Seems like a fairly simple event. Now if I can find that tree. There. Oh, this one only had two. I'm trying to think back to Sumeru. Okay, so who would you say in Sumeru did that? Wait a moment. I just realized I forgot to change. Okay, the stream title now isn't what I ultimately decided the stream title would be. That was just the stream title that I had in mind, and I guess I forgot to change it. So we are in, okay, so that is the Luna 6 special program. Okay. Change the stream title. Nahida's boss. Oh my god. Why can't I remember any of this off the top of my head anymore? I still have like an encyclopedic memory of all this stuff. Wow. Nahida's boss. Was it? That's okay. Definitely not the chicken, the veggie chicken, right? So Nahida's boss. So definitely not that. Who was Nahida's boss? Why can't I remember this anymore? Probably not the Wee Nut. I think Wee Nut was like, oh, this guy. I think it's this one. I don't remember. Okay. Oh, you mean like the fact that you needed like Electro to deal with it? That was kind of annoying. Yeah, like and at the very least, like that only pigeonholed you into a specific team archetype, right? Not a specific character. not a specific character. And that's the big problem about nowadays too, is like it pigeonholes you into a specific character, and it pigeonholes, and because okay, right, the character design that they've had with characters for a while now is like every time you pull for a character, it actually doesn't feel like it's a whole character. It just feels like a half a character. It just feels like half a character, unless if you pull for the 5-star, the other 5-star that it was designed to be paired with. At the very least, like the Dendro cube, the Dendro hypostasis was only limiting in such a way that it pigeonholed you into a specific team archetype, not a specific character. Right, right. Like for example, with so recently. Oh wait, that wasn't. Oh, I thought that was the event. That was just the quest. Oh no. Okay, well, one of them was part of the event. Okay, sure. Okay. So it's just really annoying that like so for example now, right, well, at least like in the first half of Luna 5, so we had Varka, right? Varka, even I'm sure pretty much the whole community knows by now that Varka just feels like a very, he's strong, right? But relative to the other strong characters, he feels very mid. Okay, wait, what am I doing? Okay. Well, I'm just... Oh. Wait, changing film? Oh, it's like a cooldown. So I guess I'm supposed to take pictures of anything that looks mildly interesting? I wonder if there's a limit to how many times I can take a picture. Anything gonna fly into the frame? Nope. Oh, that would have been nice if they would have been all together. Okay, well, I could have waited. Man, what are we doing? Now I haven't seen any Genshin Impact ads, so I don't know in what way they're advertising Genshin as. But it really, I don't know. I just feel like, oh man, I missed that one. I feel like this wouldn't be in a Genshin ad. Right? Like whatever I'm doing right now would not be in a Genshin ad. What are we doing? Why is the game like this now? Okay. Got it. It's just, I mean, I'm not disappointed, right? Like I appreciate the mini games and stuff. It's one way to keep the game. It's one way to try to keep the game feeling fresh, right? It's it's a different. It feels like a different game every patch. It's not just like hype from the special program. It doesn't feel like the special program only like develops hype, and then like nothing else. And then once the patch comes out, I'm like, okay, wow, day one, like try this, try that, walk over here, quest, and then done. Right, at the very least, it's one way to try to keep the game feeling fresh, but just I suddenly got reminded of those like mobile game ads where like the ads are just not even close to what the actual game is. Genshin National Geo Impact. Geographic documentary. Cooldown's fast on this one. Yeah, yeah. Like watching some of those safari documentaries. Just do it for the primos. Unfortunately, yes, we don't have a choice. We have to do it for the primos. Is there a quest for every single one? There's like a little quest and some dialogue. FTP players be like, I don't, I don't give an F. I only care about the primos. Yeah, I mean, dude, I even do this thing. Look at this. Oh no, not on this one because this isn't my own account, but on my accounts, I even do this thing. Uh, I do have to say they've gotten slightly better at making making a rhythm game, like note placement, note timing, and note what's it called, like I guess note rhythm, and like how the overall rhythm game feels compared to like what you're hearing. It's hard to explain, right? But like what I'm hearing, I'm no like audio junkie. I'm no like audio professional, but I am fairly into music, and I can generally I guess feel music, and the notes that I'm seeing, especially in the earlier days, their rhythm game just didn't feel like a rhythm game. It just felt like I was seeing notes on the screen and I was hearing notes. Now, granted, the music is absolutely beautiful. I've no doubt about that. It's always been beautiful, but it's just the note placement, the note timings, the I guess the patterns of the notes just haven't felt like what my ears were hearing. So it's never felt satisfying to me. Their rhythm games, and they have gotten slightly better at it. But I still didn't download Genshin to play a rhythm game. Right. I mean, I wouldn't say it's not in sync. I'm just saying like it's hard. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying it's hard to explain because like it's the note placement doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel like what my ears are hearing. Like it's not about the timing. It's mostly about the placement. Uh, the placement in relation to like the notes and the music that I'm hearing. You know, Fontaine. I I often forget how nice it felt to explore Fontaine. Just the big open space. Just and it looks good. Fontaine looks good. Nightland kind of just felt really chaotic for me. Just felt like a mess. Thankfully, the way that they arranged the quests and the quest locations and not just the Archon quest, but also like the character quest, the tribal chronicles. What am I looking for? No, not that one. Okay, there. Like the way that they arranged all the different quests and stuff, they made it so that the quests make you go to all these different places that sort of all these different places that sort of that sort of encourage you to go out and explore, and like make it so that you also go to the all the, well, not all, but like a lot of the spots where there's actually stuff. There's like chests and challenges they can pick up along the way. So it wasn't so annoying. It wasn't too annoying to explore compared to Sumeru. Sumeru was just a nightmare, man. What? Why? Why? Am I doing it wrong? That is it, right? Okay, I guess I'll start with this one. Okay. Wait, it's way too obvious. Placement is kind of messed up. Genshin wasn't really a rhythm game. That's how they messed that up. Yeah, yeah. And I imagine that they, I mean, like, you know, all, I would imagine they, I mean, the fact that they created the rhythm game means that they at least have some people on the team that's had experience making a rhythm game, but probably like no one with a lot of experience creating a rhythm game. You know, especially not some. They probably didn't have someone in charge that has had a lot of experience with a rhythm game. Fontaine's the bigger Mondstadt. That is true. That is true. Actually, look at the Fontaine main city, and look at. Oh, sorry, can't read right now. Oh, missed that one. Different because Fontaine's a city is it bigger. Let's prefer Mondstadt over these new maps. Something about it. I do like the simplicity of Mondstadt. I like that it just doesn't feel overwhelming in any way. But compared to modern maps, Mondstadt does kind of feel empty. Mondstadt. Inazuma was hardly hard early on. Anything uh, annoying but hard AF. Yeah, 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 yeah. Inazuma was I think. Oops. Yeah, there. So I think Inazuma's their mindset. Yeah, yeah, their mindset, like their mindset creating Inazuma, the way that they made it was that, so Genshin was just so hyped at the time. Just had so much hype at the time. Like it was like before, while Inazuma was in development, Inazuma was probably already in development um, a little bit before Genshin Impact released. And when Genshin Impact released, we had Mondstadt, we had Liyue, and the game was just so hyped. Like, everyone was just so excited for the game that like the developers probably just thought like, wow, our players love the game, our players love the puzzles and stuff, so we're gonna give them more, right? And like what they probably didn't realize then was that was part of that hype was because Genshin just felt like a very fresh new game, and it was it's not definitely not a game that's never existed before. Right, there certainly have been, I'm sure there have been plenty of games that have been similar to Genshin, but like with the level of polish of Genshin, it was sort of like the first of its kind, right? Like gotcha game, mainly a gotcha game, but like at this high of an investment. It was sort of unheard of at the time. Oh, well, it just suddenly got faster. So I guess what they didn't realize was that the hype in the hype in the community that they were hearing the whole time initially was partly the hype for Genshin just being a new game. And yeah, eventually, and of course, by the time that Inazuma was almost out, they'd already started development on Sumeru, right? At least like the first parts of Sumeru, and they hadn't gotten, I guess, the feedback of how annoying the way that they designed all the Inazuma puzzles were. And by the time that they started getting feedback from the players and the community in general about how annoying the puzzles were, they were already probably like somewhere around halfway to maybe even 70% done with Sumeru. And that's why Sumeru just felt like... Sumeru still felt like Inazuma, but like much, much bigger. A much bigger Inazuma. Like, can you guys remember how annoying Jungle Sumeru was to explore? So, you had the Archon quest, and some parts of the Archon quests did take you to certain underground places. They unlocked certain underground places, but not all of them. Only very few of them. And there were so many underground places that you needed to actually just go around and walk around in the nowhere to find some random NPC to start a really, really long world quest that just so happens to unlock this specific underground part of the map. And then there's another entire network of underground parts of the map somewhere else in the world that you also had to find another NPC, another random NPC to start the quest to unlock that part of the map. It was just so annoying. Oh, this was a bit harder because it's a bit dark. Okay. Oh, there. Inazuma cube puzzles? That why does that sound familiar? What are the cube puzzles again? I no longer play Genshin, sort of started losing interest after Fontaine released. Fontaine definitely feels like the peak. Yeah, the peak of like how Genshin fun, right? Like it was certainly, it felt like the peak of fun Genshin, and it just went downhill from there. Where is this pillar? Oh, there it is. Those 3 to however many match. Oh. in Inazuma. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, those were just. And no one could help you with those too, right? Like, so if you tried solving them on your own, and then you fail and fail and fail, you spend like 30 minutes at one of the cube puzzles, and then eventually you're so now usually what you do is that you just go on YouTube, you look up a guide on how to do those puzzles, right? How you do those specific puzzles, or you look up like a video of someone 100%ing the whole map. And then you just go look for the part in that long video where they do that specific puzzle, and then you'll know exactly how to do it. But those ones, once you start fiddling around with it, it's just gone. you won't be able to follow along to someone's video on it. Hey, what's up, Ali? How's it going, man? Then there were the hopscotch ones. Man, Inazuma, man. Now, I will say though, Inazuma does at least have really nice lore. It had really nice lore. But that's about it. Anyone gonna join? No. Oh, that thing got covered by something. Okay. What's up, buddy? Bye. Hmm. just just suddenly popped into mind. What if we like if this game was like an offline game, offline single player, like people could mod this as much as they wanted to. Like the camera stutter sounds here, I would absolutely mod the heck out of it and replace it with like a shotgun sound. And like the reload thing, I'd mod in like a shotgun cocking sound like and like I would mod in like some blood splatter, like really cheap arcade style like 2D blood splatters just all over the screen every time I clicked. Like blood splatters everywhere, like where there's like a unit or a thing that I took a picture of. That'd be an interesting mini game. Our conquest is nice, despite having small islands for a region. I like the idea. I thought that was a creative idea, where they time gated the release of the different islands, right? I thought that was a creative idea. It's annoying because like you have to keep waiting and waiting for like the next part, and right, if you no matter how much you wanted to experience the full story, you had to keep waiting for the next part to be released in the next following patches. um and but the fact that I thought that was like a cool, like creative idea, a cool way to like give themselves more time to continue to develop the game and continue to develop the following patches and stuff. So I didn't mind it too much. What I did find annoying was all the all the world quests in the game, in Inazuma, that were like real world time gated. Like you could not do a bunch, like not just a few too, but a whole lot of world quests. Like for example, the one to unlock the electrified area, like the area that had like an electric barrier all around it. You you had to do you, had, you the only way for you to fully do that quest was like to wait I think it was like a week. I think it was like 4 or 5 days. It was so annoying. Charlotte Impact. Since when did Genshin have Fatal Frame? Fatal Frame? Is that a game? Pokemon or Pokemon Snap? I guess is more accurate. Oh my god! I think I've heard of Pokemon Snap, but I don't remember what it looks like. I mean, the word snap makes me say, I guess, it makes me think it's a picture taking game. Okay, well, thankfully, this wasn't a very long event. You know, I hate Imaginarium Theater so much that I keep putting it off. Like, every few days, I'm like, I'm gonna do Imaginarium Theater. I just want it I just want it to be out of the way, right? I just want it to be out of the way, and then like every time I try and think about it, I'm like, ugh, just I just hate it so much. How's it going, RJ? Been a while? Yeah, it has been a while. I've been okay. Been really busy lately. Been a lot more tired than I used to. Um, that on top of just Genshin not feeling fun anymore. Honestly, like back in the day, like and yeah, like around last year, Genshin did already felt like a chore, but there was still something that I looked forward to. Nodcry just lost all the spark. Yeah, right. Like there was still something that I was looking forward to, right? Like so once like all the events were done, I'd just be like, like I'd just be like floating wherever the waves take me. Just every day log in, use my resin, talk to Catherine, and then log out for the day. But then, uh, in a couple of days, right, in 1 or 2 weeks, Abyss would reset, and then I'd be like, "Oh man, this is what I've been waiting for," right? And then another couple of weeks, Imaginarium Theater. Well, when Imaginarium Theater first came out, I was like, "Wow, cool. Okay, it's not as fun as I wanted it to be, but okay, it's a new game mode, sure." And then now I just hate it. It's I just hate it so much. And then a bit Stygian Onslaught came out, and I was like, oh, awesome, new format, slightly new boss mechanics. Even though it's the same boss, it slightly feels different. Wow, this is awesome. Really get to test out my new characters. Really get to test out the characters that I've spent months and months and even years like building the character and the team around it. And then the last maybe 4 or 5 Stygians, I just didn't care about doing fearless because apparently they want you to have a really bad time if you don't have the newest shiny characters. And not so yeah, I specifically added the S that way to point out that just getting the new character isn't enough anymore because of the way that they've been designing characters the last like yeah, I guess, yeah, year or so. The way they've been designing them is it's just so annoying because they design them in such a way that getting a character feels like you got half a character, and the only way for you to get the other half is if you pull for the specific 5-star support that goes with them. I'm assuming this thing isn't fully unlocked yet. Whatever. I think while my memory is fresh, I'm gonna go ahead and do the picture taking event thing on my accounts as well. I mean, there's a reason why I keep investing into my characters, into my teams, right? Because so even though I can at some point back in the day, I was already able to clear all the end game, all the whole game. There was a reason why I still kept building and building and improving my characters because I wanted to I wanted to make it so that the game felt seamless for me. Hmm? Oh. Okay, okay. No, the wrong event. Game peaked with Fontaine. It was still fun with Natlin, but I'm definitely not enjoying it as much anymore. Definitely. Actually, I just mentioned that about maybe 10, 15 minutes before you came, Spartan. Yeah, I just specifically mentioned that the game peaked in Fontaine. Now, of course, a game as big as this has many aspects to it, but the peak I was referring to is like how fun the game was. It definitely peaked. How fun the game was definitely peaked in Fontaine. Natlin was kind of okay. And honestly, the exploration kind of felt a bit more seamless in Natlin than it did in Fontaine. It felt amazing in Fontaine, right? It felt amazing, like the way that they specifically placed the the parts of the quests, the character quests, the Archon quests, and all the different quests, the world quests, to make it so that you would go to specific parts of the map that would sort of encourage you to explore the whole map and take you along a ride through the whole map. And in that way, you'd also get some exploration done while doing the quests. And I thought that made it feel a lot more seamless compared to the game before that. It felt very similar to the very tail end of Sumeru, like the last two subregions of Sumeru, the Sumeru Desert. And everything before that just felt like a mess. And Natlin felt like a slightly more chaotic map. Felt like a slightly more chaotic map, but the systems, the exploration systems felt a bit more refined. And in Nodcry, like Nodcry does have some systems that are way more refined than even Natlin's, right? Like the compass. The compass is awesome. I love the new compass. But just the way that they've been designing characters and enemies has just been wow, who thought that this would be a good idea? I guess the accounting team probably. I wouldn't say quality of life update. The quality of life updates honestly have been kind of okay. There it is. Okay. Right, like I said, there've been like these systems, right? Like, the systems for exploration, and in the game in general have gotten better, gotten more refined than they used to be. But it's the game in general overall, right? And obviously, I don't speak for all players. I'm sure there are a bunch of other players who don't care at all about combat and stuff and team building. All they care about is like pretty new, pretty new shiny character and their weapon. Oh yeah, okay, pull. Oh, I don't have any more primos. Swipe, and then hey, I got the new shiny character. Here it is. She's so pretty. He's so handsome. He's so cool. Right, but I'm not that kind of player. Why? Okay. Nope. Where is this cliff? Oh, there. the character and enemy mechanic design has just been awful. Like they've just been I think what's turning off a lot of the players is mostly how hard they're selling every new characters. I, I keep saying characters. I keep saying characters in plural because again, it just doesn't feel like they're trying to sell a character anymore. It feels like they're trying to sell characters, which obviously, right, yes, right. The HP bars having yeah. Oh, God. So I thought Natlin was annoying, right? Like the Abyss shields, like the hit based shields. I thought that was annoying. I had no idea that they were somehow smart enough to know how to make it even worse. Another thing that I find really annoying is I understand that though so back in the day, especially when Zhongli came along, the game sort of just broke, right? Like Zhongli, how strong Zhongli's shield was, sort of just broke the entire combat system. It just combat didn't just felt like a joke because of Zhongli's shield, and I knew, and of course I understand that Hoyo just doesn't actually just straight up nerf anything in the game, because that would just man the outcry from the players. Genshin has some really spoiled players, man. Um, I understand that they're trying to avoid that, and the only way for them to, I guess, nerf anything in the game was to buff something else in the game, and that something else in the game to in order that they had to buff in order to, I guess, sort of nerf shields was to increase enemy damage. But nowadays, like there's so many enemies that just one shot you, and not even like one shot, but like some of them do like so many attacks that do like 80% of your HP, right? Like some of them have really like irregular attack patterns. I understand that, like, oh, like skill issue, huh? You just suck at the game. It's like, sure, right? But they, like, look at this game. This isn't. Do you think this is like this? If I wanted to play something sweaty and try hard, I would have played Dota, and and what's it called? Dota or PUBG or Counter Strike. I think they did that specifically because they realized how OP Mawika was. That just kind of sucks because like stuff like that you can easily check your math on it, right, before the character gets even released. Yeah, especially because they did specifically release Mawika with the intention that players would pair her together with Sitlali. So they, right? It's obvious that you should do the math on it and check for uh peak team DPS. I mean, isn't that why you have beta testers? And of course, your own internal testing. The shilling just kept getting worse and worse though, because like nowadays it's not even just the enemies that shill the new characters, it's also other characters shill the other characters, right? Like Flynn's not feeling very strong if you didn't get Inefa. And the annoying part in that uh like formula that they have is that they release a character that seems like it's an upgrade to another character, right? Like at the time, Inefa, like we had no idea what the Nodcry stuff was gonna be like. So at the time when Inefa was released, we sort of like most players just sort of thought like, oh, she's like a 5-star official that does about the same amount of damage as official, but like, oh, official's a 4-star and does the same amount of damage, and it's just so annoying because I understand. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to make the players that just blindly, mindlessly pull for every new character feel good for just opening its mouth whenever Hoyo shakes a bone in front of them. Right? They're trying to make those players. They're trying to reward those players by making them feel good for pulling for a character that no one had any idea would be good or not. They're trying to reward loyalty, like blind, mindless loyalty. Now they change to more of a damage over time meta, specifically to screw over screenshot DPS characters because Mawika did too well. And just this patch, right? Literally, the banners right now are Skirk and Escoffier. So it's they're not even trying to hide it anymore. They're not even trying to hide the fact that they want you to pull for those two characters specifically, not just one of them, but both of them. Oh, I had no idea there was even like a percentage bar right under the picture. What the heck? What? I just saw it now. Is it just me or does Varesa feel like she runs faster? Not sprint, but runs faster than other characters. What am I looking for? Okay. Why was this so much easier my first time around? Why am I having trouble with this? This is my second time doing this in the last 20 minutes. What? That looks different. That doesn't look like the same cliff. This is all their games now. HSR also doing the whole characters come in pairs thing too. Wow, really? Dude, that's yikes. I mean, the fact that they've they've kept on doing it means that I guess it must be working. I don't know, man. I hope it feels like they're pushing, right? Like they're pushing on a bubble because like eventually people are going to get tired of it. And it feels like a bubble. And I hope this bubble bursts soon. I hope people just get tired of it very soon and then suddenly stop spending or quit the game. And then Hoyo hard backpedals on it. Darn it. I just wish there was a company that could keep up with him that was actually likable. Yeah, right. Like who was that what was the name of the developer that's making that like Genshin GTA thing? I remember thinking that like, oh, that's I guess that's a cool concept. I mean, if the game's any good, I might give it a try. But then like I heard the name of the developer, I don't remember the name of the developer, but I heard the name of the developer and I just remember thinking, no. I think Wuwa is carved out. The problem with Wuwa is so Genshin is it's not an it's sort of a niche game, but it not really. It just covers so many bases, and it's just so good at what it does. Like they're so good at like all the different niches that they do. They're not the best at any of those niches, but the niche that they do is that they cover all those niches, right? Like Genshin is a niche game in that regard. But they're so good at all of them, despite not being the best at any of them. The fact that they're all like combined together the way they are, it just catches such a huge demographic of people that it's hard to keep up with it. Wuwa's sort of, I think Wuwa's sort of decided on like the specific niche that it's in. It's Genshin, but like it's a slightly niche Genshin. It's a more niche Genshin, specifically for the tryhards, the sweaty tryhard gamers, like the that have a higher skill cap. And another thing too is that Genshin's the way Genshin looks, right? Genshin's aesthetics just make it so much easier, so much more easier to market. Not just their own marketing, but I'm talking about like content creators and anyone else who's promoting the game. So it just Genshin is very marketable, is what I'm saying. Honestly, Wuwa is like Wuwa is quote unquote marketable, but to a very specific kind of audience. The competitive version of Genshin. Yeah, 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 exactly. That's a pretty good way to put it. A competitive version of Genshin, right? But then because there's no PvP in the game, you don't actually have to be competitive. So you could still, well, I don't claim to know much about Wuwa. I haven't played it myself. In fact, I haven't even seen much footage of it, especially the last 1 or 2 years. Like I don't know, and the only footage I've seen of it has been like before the game's release. Man, why is this event taking so much of my time? It's 420 primo gems. It, it takes up way too much time for 420 primo gems. I wonder how many other Genshin players are out there doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. You know, like complaining about the stuff I don't like about the game, and yet still playing it every day. uh Ua feels heavy to play. In what way do you mean, Smoke? In what way do you feel like it's heavy to play? Okay, no, I guess I didn't have any other opportunity to take a picture of them. You know, I keep waiting for the quote unquote the right time to take a picture of this stuff, but it just doesn't work. And it suddenly reminded me of a scene in Top Gun Maverick where I don't even remember the characters' names anymore. Like, there's this one character who's just like, he's good at what he does, but he's just too, I don't know, I guess timid. Like he's like somebody who is constantly waiting for the right time to strike. and that right time to strike just never comes. And that's exactly what the other character says to him too. Like waiting for the right, yeah, right, waiting for the perfect timing, and it never comes. If the character switching, dashing, I guess the battles in general. Yeah, yeah, and I guess exactly, it's exactly as Spartan said. Uwa feels like a competitive version of Genshin. It's Genshin, but it's like a niche Genshin. It's for the it's for the players who liked Genshin but wanted more combat, wanted more a tighter combat. I like Enfield though. What is up with Enfield? I actually have not seen any footage of Enfield. Like what kind of game is it even? I hear I the what I'm hearing about Enfield recently is how the developers how the game doesn't support uh Intel Arc graphics cards, and that they just told all their players that bought the game who found out that it doesn't support Intel Arc graphics cards to just get a refund for the game. Like wow. And that recently they've also backpedaled on it, and that they're doing their best to like have support for Intel graphics cards now. I feel fell off a cliff once people realized it was more factory simulator than the thing I hate about Enfield is that you cannot climb structures. Say factory simulator. Kind of curious now as to what that game even looks like. The the part of this event where like there's like a forced camera perspective kind of made me a bit woozy, just a bit. Yeah, kind of made me feel a bit woozy. 2 days? No, 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 no. Yesterday evening? No, no, no. 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. No, was it 2 days ago? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was two days ago. I went with only an hour sleep. It was awful. I felt awful. What was I doing? Why did I? It took me a while to fall asleep. The evening before that, I fell asleep at like almost 2, and for some reason, I woke up around 3 in the morning, and I just couldn't go back to sleep anymore. I eventually got up at like 6 or 6:30, and then I just couldn't find the time to go back to bed anymore. And like yeah, I went a whole day with only an hour of sleep, and since then my head's all felt kind of weird, like a bit vulnerable is how I feel really. Felt vulnerable. And the weird camera angles that the camera work on this in this event is making me do is kind of making it feel yesterday I had an okay amount of sleep, but definitely not as long as I would have wanted to. Hey, what's up, Luap? How's it going, man? Yeah, how's it going, Luap? It got quiet all of a sudden. Yeah, that's alright. Um, honestly, I kind of want to take a nap now. But I'm trying very hard to resist the urge to want to take a nap. Because if I take a nap now, then, I don't know, I don't want this to be an hour and a half stream. I want it to be at least 2 hours. And at the same time, if I take a nap now, I'm gonna have a hard time going to sleep tonight. Just woke up. Oh, alright. I can't believe I'm doing this instead of just getting Stygian. No, not Stygian. Imaginarium Theater over with. I just really, really want to get Imaginarium Theater over with. But I don't like this gameplay. It's not fun. I don't hate it, but it's not fun. But because I just hate Imaginarium Theater so much, I'm preferring to do this instead of theater. Even though theater has a sort of a deadline.
能と文明に砂は天敵だ。だが崩れかけた建築物は今なお過去を物語る。加速するぞ。すっかり晴れて行楽日和だな。さあ乗れ。ツーリングにでも行こう。止める勇気はあるか。やっ。
に
Don't see any special here. Yeah, yep. I mean, you're not supposed to. It's, you know, just getting ready for one of the worst parts of Genshin. Imaginarium Theater. Just making sure I know what everyone's builds are. This ain't my account. I say my account, so I'm not completely familiar with how everyone is. What is this? Okay. So who wasn't built? Jean. Hmm. Yeah.
人のご高齢だ。
避けれない渾身の術。いくよ。怖いよ。頭突き。ヒーロー決断。ドーン。ジャスティス。ドーン。
はっはっはっかっと。八方の風羽ばたかん。
ヒーロー決断。いくよ。
今こそ出陣の時。
長旅になるの？
やいや粉々よ。ひゅっ
ドドン。や。
無我の境地。決闘せよ。よっ。憲兵王は立つ。やっそれ。目には目を。
モラをいただきますわ。
稲光、すなわち永遠なり。やっお前と共に戦おう。裁きのいかず。
確認
突破口を開きましょう。浄土を開口せし無我の境地。逃げ道はありません。
6308
させてください。来戦。よっ。治療は僕にお任せを。聖なる来光。
吸引テスト開始。
稲光、すなわち永遠なり。見切りました。
相手を間違えたな。
潔白を証明するとき。 中風幸運に帰す
雷のごとく合図を
知恵浄土を開放さし永遠射撃準備悪を見極め影を刈り尽くすはっ千人のご高齢だ
もっと早くもっと強く
来戦天なる来光邪悪を狩り撃つはっ中風幸運に帰す
呼吸を整えよう合図を
悪くない翼よ浄土を開放せし影を撃つ悪を見極め影を狩りつくはっ千人のご高齢だ
もっと早くもっと強く
知恵イカズチに捧ぐはっ邪悪を狩り撃つはっ風よ中風幸運に帰す
呼吸を整えようカウント
天なる来光射撃準備悪を見極め影を刈り尽くすはっ八方の風羽ばたかん
貴様のご勘弁名の王よあなた様のために生贄を用意した
もっと早くもっと強く流れて三月よ輝くいくよ
あなたの
黄色ピンクジャスティ
オアシスのために
ス黄色決算いくよ
はっ八方の風羽ばたく
合図を待てよな移して新月が来る
あなたの訪れは新作が示している永遠のオアシス
ダイビングヒープ突撃
生贄を用意した
頭突撃
あなたの訪れは新作が示していた千人のご高齢だ
雷のごとく動け今宵月を捧げるいくよ黄色ピンク
あなた様のために生贄を用意した
黄色決算や
はっ中風幸運に帰す
流れ込む新月が来る
永遠のオアシスのために
もっと強く頭突きジャスティス見ててよ大火弾オロス激戦みたいあれれお客さんが来た大ビングヒー
生贄を用意した
発想の風羽ばた
映して三月よ輝けここなく呼吸を整えよう動けジャスティスドーン爆裂パワー突撃
永遠のオアシスのために
カップヒーロー決断
貴様の
はい行くよ
ために生贄を用意した
中風ホームにキス
流れ込む今宵月を雷のごとくアイスをドーンジャスティスはい
あなたのお宝は神格が示す永遠の
貴様のための
千人のご幸運だ
生贄を用意した
三月よ輝けよく見とけ動け美しいそりゃヒーロー剣山行くよジャスティス
あなたの訪れは神格が示している
ヒーロー剣山
永遠のオアシスのために
じゃって
中風ホームにキス流れの天下のように
来るもっと早くもっと強くカウント
あなた様のために生贄を用意した
行くよジャスティス
あなたの訪れは神格が示していた千人のご幸運だ
映して三月よ輝け
ラバドの天下のように
待て怖いのヒーロー剣山
How many Luna left? Sorry, what Luna? Oh, what the heck? Did I run out of time? Okay, whatever. I don't care. As long as I get all the primos. I guess I don't have any crowd control. I still have Sucrose. Yeah, I guess I don't have any cryo damage dealers. What do you mean Luna, Luap? What do you mean how many Luna left? Luna 6? Oh. Well, Luna 6 is... Well, the coming Luna 6 is going to be... 5? No, 6.5. Okay. Where did that even come from? Like, why is that a thing? I feel like that shouldn't be a thing at all. Why is my question. Why is that an actual thing? I feel like this is overkill. I feel like I shouldn't be using this team against this. I don't have any Hydro. Oh, there's Farina. Okay. Farina's there. Yeah, okay. I guess I shouldn't be using that here. Do I need Electro for anything later? What is this? An advantage. Ooh. Grouped easily. Pyro. Disadvantage. Okay, I guess I should save Florent for that thing. Character. Shatter. Okay, and then just the PMA. Okay, I guess I got no choice. There's Team Cryo in here. Feels like a bit of a waste. Oh, it's nonsense. Grant Generation is cooked. Thank goodness I'm gonna be too old before they run the world.
競争よ決し取った
by the time that they run the world, I'm gonna be too old to be alive anymore. So, boy, am I happy.
よっはいはっ砕け散れよっよっはいよっはっはい魂の天心直送桜吹雪命ずる
Oops.
決闘
Didn't mean to press it.
失礼
Can Skirk even do any damage without freeze? I guess her field time is greatly cut off without freeze. I just got caught in crossfire. Oh, there she is, Escoffier. Oh my god, 2 of them. Come on. Give me... jeez. Really want one that gives me a guaranteed... guaranteed random companion every time.
いざ参ろう。
断期完了あなたの運命はすでに我が手中の糸がから待たせちゃった
Blessings, 10 fewer. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what we want. By the way, the only reason why that Ayaka felt more relevant than she would normally be is because that's a C6 Ayaka. So I don't want to shoot you down, but I have to shoot you down while you haven't flown up too high yet. I don't understand what this thing does. Oh, it's that hydro lady that like surfs around all over the place. I'm stumped. I have no idea what I want to use here. I guess. But Escoffier doesn't really do anything here. I miss her playstyle. I do miss that playstyle, you know? I miss that playstyle where you're like set up, and then reward. Right? You get rewarded by like your hit. Can I move, please? Jeez. Lovely. I just love this kind of game. Why am I?
冷凍の時間よ夜の権限去ってください治療は僕まさか雪を前滑るようにする断罪の名に射牽制皆さん踊りなさいそれ神里流消滅
Oh my god. It missed.
突破口を開きま
I
しょう
because E missed. Yeah, I missed that playstyle, man, where you like first 5-10 seconds of the rotation is just setup, and then like once you finish your setup, it's just if you did everything well, you had good positioning and stuff. You just get rewarded by the satisfying, and then enemies just dying. It just feels so satisfying. Do I even need Bennett for anyone? I guess not.
ふむ汝からの誘いであればよ
Oh boy, how do we deal with this? Wow. Oh, electro charge, right. Okay. Yeah, electro charge should be fine. You'll soon feel that satisfaction again. Soon? Is there an Ayaka rerun? Are people talking about an Ayaka rerun happening anytime soon? Okay. I return. This theater was hard as heck. Nah, I mean, it's annoying. That is what's sort of what's been happening with the game. The last several patches, they've just made the game annoying, like really annoying.
しっかりついていくよ。
Lunar has an advantage. Lunar has an advantage, of course. We got a cryo requirement. I haven't cared about getting all the rewards anymore lately. As soon as I found out that I could still get all Primo Gems even if I didn't get maximum stars in theater, I was like, sign me up. I don't care. This is a certain upcoming character in another game that reminds me of her. Oh, I see. What games are you playing nowadays, Luap? I don't know if I wanna... Oh, I don't even have another Hydro applicator. Applicator. Oh, okay, there's Farina. Man, this is really annoying. Okay, whatever. Let's go with Electro. The game's just not fun anymore. They've made the game annoying for everyone who doesn't buy their every single new character that comes out. Sorry, what? Okay, maybe I didn't read that right. It said requires additional requires periodic electro requirement. Elemental advantage. But okay, it's no idea that it was immune to electro. What the heck? Wow, Ganyu is just doing. Is she even doing damage? I feel like Ganyu is healing the enemy. Oh, it has really high resistance. How the heck does this thing work? How the heck does this thing work? I guess I need to hit it with electro sometimes? Okay, who can I use to hit it with electro sometimes? Actually, I might be dropping Arknight Enfield today. What do you mean dropping? Like you're gonna stop playing it? Some indie game I find interesting in stream. Stream about to drop Enfield. Really? What's wrong with Enfield? I mean, I haven't heard much about Enfield, but the few things I've heard about Enfield are the fact that they didn't support Intel Arc graphics cards, and like the community just hated them for that. And they even said that like for those who have Intel Arc graphics cards, just ask for a refund. Just ask for like they just wanted to the players who had Intel Arc graphics cards to just ask for a refund for their game. They didn't even bother trying to keep them as customers, you know? Man, that is a yikes. Man, what am I supposed to do here? I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. It's immune to electro, and I don't really have any other damage dealers. Okay. Okay, I guess. Whatever. Playing that game feels like poop. Really? What's wrong with it? Lack of hydro characters really sucked. I reckon they're testing something with regards to cryo usage. Not necessarily. I think they probably just designed this theater specifically for remember, Skirk and Escoffier together at the same time, the second half of this patch. How does this thing work? So I'm not doing any damage to it. Is this fight supposed to be like this? At least one electro. Okay, there's the electro. I'm occasionally swapping to Sino, pressing E on that thing. Right, and my question is, what else? Oh, it's not immune to electro. Okay, now it's immune to Electro.
方向を変えよう。世界の
Huh?
熱狂の
I...
渦を
And now it did... What? What do I need to do? I guess I need to hit it a certain number of times with Electro? Or do a certain amount of damage with Electro? I guess it'd be nice to get Bennett. Sure.
本当に俺を呼んだのか？
Wait, how does this thing work again? So it said, okay, Electro characters have an advantage. Okay, so we're gonna go with that. Okay, I think that's fine. I think we're fine.
防衛モードへ
Okay, question. I understand this thing spawns little versions of itself, but I don't know really how that works.
ほら、夜です。
Not spawning them, so am I supposed to wait for... Okay, there it is.
絶縁障壁
It says these are easily groupable. Is that true?
世界の熱狂の渦に
いや、さ。目を閉して地の底へ。ふっ。せい。と、さ。いや。
Okay. I don't think I need any more characters. Oh, wow. I don't remember what those guys do. Why do they have exclamation points? I sort of need Electro Charge for this guy. Which, you know, like just something to do. Okay, I wonder how many there are of it. Metatro. Kind of okay. Maybe I can just out hit it with Cookie's Burst. Hey, what's up, Damien? How's it going, man? Been a while. Yeah, it has been a while. I haven't seen you, man. I know I haven't streamed in a while, but this isn't my stream. My first stream in a while. Last week I streamed. But before last week I didn't stream for over a month. Birthday's tomorrow. Hey, nice. You doing anything special, man? I was forced to get the character at 120 because the pity doesn't carry over. The character at 120? Well, what character? Love the characters, but every time I play, I feel like forcing myself. Oh, and what kind of game is Enfield? Is it a what is it? You said get the character at 120. What does that mean? Is it a gacha game? Oh, bounties. These are bounties. Okay. You know, I feel like despite the Abyss shields being really annoying, I feel like this might be easier than these guys. These guys are pretty tanky. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. I mean, Venti provides a lot of hits, so I'm sure Venti could probably help out a bunch. Hey, and I need something. You, I guess, sure. I guess Shy Miko will help. Okay, Right, right, right.
風だ
おとなしくしな
15チョック15任せて
不食新
一緒に遊ぼうよ
来光意図美しさな実流チョック
ふう逃げようなんて思わないでよね
物語は始まったばかりだよや律流チョック15
ここだよ風だ
Oh no. Oh, okay, okay, that's fine. I already broke the
律
shield.
流チョック危ない
不食新
一緒に遊ぼうよ走るよりと逃げようなんて思わないでよね
What? What was it aiming for? Happy birthday for tomorrow. Yeah, happy birthday in advance, man. It's somehow an open world gacha game that focuses on building a factory. That's what Spartan and like a couple other guys who were in chat earlier said. I mean, isn't that very similar to what Genshin is basically? Right? It's a gacha game that somehow focuses on everything else except the gacha part of it. I mean, like gacha is what allows you to play everything else in the game, but like they're just it's just like gacha is what keeps the game alive, but it feels like they're trying to like put as many blankets on top of it so that you don't notice that it's just gambling, you know? They're just trying to disguise the gacha with all the different mini games that have nothing to do with the gacha. I don't even know what elemental thing I'm gonna be using here a lot of. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Sure, I think. Okay, so maybe overload? Yeah. Well, perfect. There are no overload buffs. Amazing. Okay, so maybe at least Electro Swirl. Whatever, I just don't want to bother reading through these. This thing's cost 10 less. Well, not that. 0. Not that this is gonna matter much anymore. Hey. Are there any more? Is level 4 the maximum level of this buff? Oh, okay, it is. Okay, whatever. Let's just get a character. I give it a solid 2 months. I'm just done. When at the gacha game, pity doesn't carry over, and you could lose 50-50 multiple times. And economy reward is bad. Building character in the game is the worst. I will play Satisfactory and Genshin at that point. If you play on PC, it should be easy. You could just play them at the same time, just Alt Tab, you know. Would you just please dig underground? Oh my god. Just won't go underground. Okay. Great. Give me my gems. That's all I care about, really. Man, why did they have to do this? They made it so that theater gives more primo gems than Abyss. That is so cringe. Abyss is way more fun than no. It's not even that. It's not even. Yes, it is, but theater just is not fun. It's the opposite of fun. It's annoying. It's a nuisance, is what it is. And I'd rather play anything else but theater. But they just put all the primos in there. It gives more primos than Abyss. So it's really hard to skip on it.
お静かに夜ですね。と、さ、さ、や、と、さ、ほら。
You can only get the weapon banner currency by paying real money or pulling on the character banner. Wow. It sounds like they really took good care of the monetization in that game, huh?
お静かにほら。
I understand that, like, that's the whole point of making the game in the first
お
place.
静かに
It's a business. But it's basically, it sounds like what they did was they came up with a gamified way. Not a game that can make money, but they came up with a way to make money. And they're just basically trying to put as many chores as they can that can make players want to do those chores.
地の底へ。
Right? It's like the chores, doing more chores makes you do more of the chores. And that somehow translates into them making money. Yeah, it's like an addiction. There you go. It's like they're trying to encourage an addiction. It's not even something that has like a real world value. It's just a video game.
ほら、地の底へ。
They don't get anything out of it. Players don't get anything out of it. You get the limited character early. You will not have enough currency to pull for the slot weapon. Isn't that? They purposefully interlocked the different systems with each other to keep you. It's, dude, it's like it's literally like how casinos work, man. The casinos want you to stay as long as you can, right? As long as possible in their, well, in their place, so that you can play their games as much as possible, right? But in the end, the house wins. Whether you stay for a short amount of time because you've lost all your money in 5 minutes, or you stay for a really long time because they lost a lot of money. But the longer you stay, the more likely you are to lose all the money you made out. You win too early? No. There's more stuff in the game for you to do. So just stay here until you lose. Right? You lose early? Alright, bye. Thanks for playing. You win early? Alright, hey, we have more stuff for you to do. Right, stay for a bit longer. And then until you lose. Right? Stay for a bit longer until you lose. Jeez. Am I sure I'm done with this thing? So what is this? 210 plus 240, 210, 250, 450? 450 primos? Am I counting that right? So 777, 210, okay. 6, 6, and 6. So that's 180, sorry. 180. For some reason I counted 240. Alright. 180. 290, 390. And I'm guessing I guess 30 primo gems for doing the quest. Oh, time to switch. I got 4 minutes before daily server reset on the NA server, so I might as well do those on stream. I haven't done dailies on stream in a long time.
Oh, I thought it was IDE.
I before putting ED. That's how I feel about playing the game. Or playing since day one, really, dude, that sucks. Doesn't even at the very least, right? Like when we all played Genshin, we felt rewarded for the first couple of years. But yeah, we felt rewarded for the first couple of years. We didn't feel like we were getting. I mean, like, sure, the people who could spend money on this game, they felt like they were being milked, right? But that's, you know, just the nature of the gacha, right? But at the very least, yeah, it really didn't feel like we were being milked in Genshin. Now we feel like we're being milked in Genshin. But at least it's been like what, 5-6 years now. But that, well, what's it called? Infield, dude. That feels like they've been doing it to every single player, even the pioneers, right? Even the players who started the game. Still kind of annoyed. I don't have a good artifact set for my Versa here. I guess if I re-roll this, maybe there's a shot that it could be good. So if you ask me if that game's worth playing, no. I'd rather recommend you Genshin. Like, I mean, the fact that Genshin isn't even good, like, it's just so annoying nowadays, right? It's just so easy to hate. But yeah, that sounds like like Genshin is still somehow better than that thing. There's something else that focuses on factory. Dude, I'd recommend you play Pokemon. Fire Red. Oh man. When I was a kid, I wasn't. Yeah, when I was a kid, my dad bought me and my brother a PSP and a Game Boy, Game Boy Advance SP. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that my dad bought like so much cool stuff, despite he had like the fact that he had no idea what he was buying. He wasn't techie in any way at all. Like so I don't know. He just maybe just the sales guy explained to him how it works, and then like he probably just thought like, oh, my RJ would probably love this. Yeah, and like the PSP, unfortunately, it was just so difficult to get games for that thing back in the day because piracy was just, well, it was beyond a below average intelligence kid, aka me. And obviously my parents and my parents couldn't afford to buy like however much video games cost back in the day. They, you know, they could buy the console, but then like games after that that cost probably half the console. Nah. Somehow though, my dad, like, I guess maybe those games came with the PS with the Game Boy for free. So the PSP already had Need for Speed Wanted on it. I think I remember it had some other game on it that I didn't know how to play. I don't even remember it because I hardly ever opened it. But somehow my dad bought the Game Boy with Fire Red, Pokemon Fire Red, and some other Pokemon. For some reason I'm remembering Pokemon something blue. I don't remember what, but it was some Pokemon something blue. But again, I could be absolutely wrong about that. It was so long ago, and because I hardly ever touched it because I just preferred Fire Red over the other one. It even had Need for Speed. I think it was Underground or Most Wanted, whatever Need for Speed game it was. Man, it was like such an advanced piece of game for like the for like how old was I back then, man? I think I was like maybe 10 or 11 years old. For like 10, 11-year-old me, that was like world changing. And like now I look at screenshots of it and I'm like, dude, these are boxy and pixelized AF. But hey, I had so much fun. I had so much fun playing those games. Fire, unfortunately, eventually, I don't know why, what happened to it, but like the Game Boy just suddenly stopped saving the game files, and like one day I opened Fire Red and like my game save file was gone, and I was just too young to know how to actually troubleshoot it. Plus the fact that the internet was just really, really young back in the day. There just wasn't as much information on the internet back in the day. And they just weren't as easily accessible as the information is now. So it was beyond me. So eventually I just stopped playing it. And in the past like 1 or 2 months, I've been just playing Pokemon Fire Red. Me and my son actually been playing Pokemon Fire Red just nonstop. It's been awesome. And plus the fact that I actually know what I'm doing now. It feels so good. It feels so much better that I actually know what I'm doing now. NES games woke up my gamer sense. Yeah, man. Why were games back then so cool? And the fact that, dude, like think about this. Games back then were not online games. When you bought the cartridge, that was the game. The thing in your hand, in that little piece of plastic or a disc, that was the game. The developers started developing it, they finished it, and put it on a disc. And that was it. There were no more. I'm sure there's some bugs and glitches, but like, it was a fully playable and functioning game. With no monetization. The monetization was you giving your cash to the cashier at the store. That was the monetization. How did we go from that to whatever we have now, where like everyone pays every month for something? And like, at least like with Game Pass, you pay every month. Gacha games, you like pay however often their new patches come out. And it's not even like a fixed price anymore. You pay however much you need to get the thing that they're dangling above you. Never played those Pokemon games? Really? Have you played any Pokemon games? I mean, I've never played any other Pokemon games, really. Really just those classic ones. And even now, even though like now, because I finally, like, I'm old enough and actually have the brain cells to put 2 and 2 together, I can actually figure out what I'm doing. So even now, I'm still not very interested in trying out the new Pokemon games. No, I still just I don't know. There's a certain kind of charm to the classic Pokemon games. I don't know. They were just straightforward. You do this, this happens. You do this, you do this, this happens.
装置体系遠くを抱え皆に祝福は
褒めを垂れる高き私は下げす
It's just straightforward. No whatever like hidden. I mean, there's like hidden stuff, but they really actually felt like Easter eggs and stuff. They didn't feel like chores. Hang on. It's 5. 5. 13. Oh no. 9 a.m. tomorrow. Okay. Alright, I guess I need to use all my resin. Only game I can't beat my dad at is Duck Hunt. I keep hearing about that, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
西風の祝福を
静粛に私は帰ってきた
Honestly, I'm kind of excited for the day that my son is old enough to like play games a bit more seriously. I can finally have someone to play with. But I don't know. I don't know if he'll be interested in the same games I am. Oh. Nope, we're good. There's one Pokemon game that I search up on the internet and straight up collect and play. I don't know which one is it. Wait, what? You collect and play? Oh, okay. Wait, what? What do you mean? Pokemon game that I search up on the internet and straight up collect and play. Oh, you mean like, is it like that Google thing? Like, so that sometimes comes up when you do a Google search of something related to Pokemon? Is that the thing you're talking about? What day is it today? It is Wednesday. Okay.
この童貞童貞につ
Hope it doesn't. Does it be unforgettable bonding experience? Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I also am. Some part of me is nervous that he'll turn out like me. Apparently okay, people keep talking about emulators and stuff, but like the last couple of maybe 1 or 2 years, whenever I hear people talk about emulators and stuff, I also hear them say they justify it as it's not piracy. They just want to play the game that they already paid for how they want to play it. And I guess I can understand it, right? Like, if you yourself legit bought a copy of a game, but the game is only supported on PC, but you also want to play it on your I don't know, your phone. I guess you mean technically you did pay for the game, and you just want to be able to play it on your phone. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's like legal stuff that you could argue against it, but like logically speaking, it just seems to make sense, right? But at the same time, the fact that emulators are free, so so anyone, even people who didn't buy the games, could play it. I wonder. So there's something I've noticed with Genshin, right? So they've the last maybe 6 to 10 months, they've kept on raising the DPS ceiling. They've just kept on power creeping, right? It feels like every new character or set of characters just power creeps. It just keeps raising the DPS ceiling, and it just feels like some of the most the highest profile characters from back in the day, you know, like characters like Arlecchino or Nivelette, they've just been completely left in the dust. And to a player like me, mostly F2P, when I finally got my C1 R1 Nivelette and C1 Arlecchino, it finally felt like I was able to finally catch up to the meta. And then, like, suddenly, Natlan and Nodcry come along, and the meta just steps on the gas, and here I am. I felt like I was finally able to catch up, and now I'm getting left behind again. And it's getting really, really hard to keep up with it. And honestly, I don't think I can keep up with it. I'm failing to keep up with it, is what's happening. And so I don't know if what Hoyo is doing is are they trying to shake off as many of the F2Ps as possible? Because the F2Ps don't really provide any like real value, right? Like, sure, they help promote the game and stuff, but like, how much money does that actually make them? Right? How much money does that actually make them in the end? In the end, like, the ultimate goal is in the balance books, in the balance sheets. So are they trying to shake off as many of the F2Ps as possible? And even like they're shaking it enough that the F2Ps just don't like the game anymore now. It's just fun and cringe for the F2Ps. The lowest spenders, right? Like Welkin Battle Pass users, they can still hold on. They're not having as much fun anymore, but they're still just barely holding on. And the spenders, right, the average spenders are holding on. It's getting hard, it's getting challenging, but they're still holding on. And the decent amount size spender, I don't know what to call them, not the whales. Dolphins, there you go. The dolphins are holding on, but they can finally turn their brains on. They can finally turn their brains on. And the whales are finally getting the tiniest stimulus when they play the game. Like, back then, they just like literally close their eyes and the game would just be finished. So, like, is that what they're trying to do? They're trying to encourage. No. They're trying to find a way to make it so that the whales, the biggest spenders, have can enjoy the game a bit more, and at the same time trying to shake off the lowest spenders. I mean, looking at it this way, it does make sense. But maybe I'm missing something? I'm sure I'm missing something. Okay, 25 hours. Perfect. Alright, I get to log out for today and do this all over again tomorrow. Not to mention, I gotta do Imaginarium Theater 2 more times. Oh, speaking of theater, I haven't done Abyss. I got work in 13 minutes from now. I wonder if I can do Abyss in around 10 minutes. I hope I can.
この同点も 同点に
Okay. Maybe not on this account. Stopped a long time ago, so I can't really tell. Yeah, I mean, that's what it feels like to me. But it does... It's... If that is truly what's happening, it makes sense. Yeah. I mean, like, that is what a lot of companies do, you know, ever since ever since the 2000s. That is what a lot of businesses have been doing, right? Like, even before 2000s, right? That's what Microsoft's been doing for a very long time, right? Just, I remember Bill Gates specifically saying that, like, I don't care if they pirate our software as long as it's our software that they pirate, and we'll figure out how to make money off of those users later. And Google did that. Right, like offering Google search for free, Gmail, and buying YouTube and offering YouTube for free, like all digging this giant pit of money just to get as many users in it as possible, and then we'll figure out how to monetize them later. And you know what they've figured out is, I guess, ads and getting people to be like very dependent on their services, and then cashing in once they have no other choice. It's kind of like a it's like your local drug dealer, you know. Your local drug dealer is giving out drugs for really cheap, and then you're like, oh man, this is great stuff. And then, like, because you sell them out for so cheap, you give them out for so cheap, you basically have cornered the entire market on in your local neighborhood. So now there are no other dealers in the neighborhood except you. So now you could charge however much you want. Animo and cryo damage. Animo. Okay. Cryo, animo, and cryo. How am I gonna do animo? The first half. Okay, that's fine. I guess pyro. Right. Whatever. Right. Okay. Preset teams there, and that one. Two. And where's Bennett? You. Okay, sure. Oh no, how am I gonna... Just realized that's not gonna work. Okay, maybe Same thing, but with Arlecchino instead. I was forced to update my dad's Windows 7 to Windows 11 laptop. After 3 days, it kept crashing on startup. Well, 69 pity, 69 nice pity, Scoffy. Congrats, man, congrats. Congrats on the double win. You got Escoffier and you got her on a nice number. Nice amount of pity, you know?
危ない。
腐食神聖
いや、はっ、つっ、つっ。いや、つっ、つっ、つっ。はっ、そこだ。キャップ。
Oops. Well,
月のように永遠の。
I didn't hit anyone with
全力攻撃だ。
Arlecchino's skill.
運命の変わり目。
RJ, couldn't watch much of your stream today. My dad's birthday, so I'm celebrating it with him. Hey, sure. Oh man, dude. Your dad is absolutely much more valuable than a random dude on the internet. Right. Hey, somehow you still made it here. I appreciate that a lot. But go spend time with your dad, man. Your dad doesn't always your dad doesn't have a birthday every day. And it's not like I stream only once a year, you know? Got Skirk Escoffier weapon and a single... Skirk Escoffier weapon in a single temple. Oh, okay. I thought you were kidding. I thought you meant you got Skirk Escoffier and their weapons. Somehow, the stuff on different banners in the same temple, you know? I thought you were kidding. Like, okay, that's pretty cool. Congrats, man. Take your time with your dad. It's more important. Happens once a year. That's true. Still streaming, huh? Yep. Yes, I am. Good to see you again, and how's it going, man?
気をつけて。
腐食神聖
Oh, that guy almost shielded up.
権限。全力攻撃だ。任せて。
Oh, I should not have bursted on Bennett there. Something I thought it was a Varka burn team. Nah, I mean, with the way Hoyo's been designing characters lately, it would be impossible for me to be able to pull for Varka. Oh, this is I thought this was like one of those, the Natlan Electro dudes. Electro tall dudes. It's this guy. The... Okay. I don't think I can finish this before I gotta get to work.
危ない。運命の変わり目。みんなそばにいてくれ。はっささやとさやさ貫く風任せて。運命の変わり目。全力攻撃だ。
Thought I was about to see gameplay of Linnea. No, man. It's not Linnea. Linnea's not even out yet. She hasn't even been announced yet. He is, however, on Genshin's what's it called? Special program. Luna 6 special program. Art. Animal. Dealt by the active character increased. Normal attack cryo. That is very specific. Normal attack cryo damage. What is that? I don't even know half of these guys, like what they do. I don't know what she does. I don't know what this thing does. I don't remember what this thing does. Okay. What does this thing do? I don't remember what they do. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. Same team. Your thumbnail's misleading. My thumbnail, excuse me, that is the official art. You know, like check out the Genshin website. That is their art for the version Luna 6 special program announcement. I'm just putting it there as a thumbnail so that people know that the special program is going to be sometime soon. Talk about misleading? Dude, look at some Mr. Beast thumbnails, right? And then talk to me about misleading. I also did the wrong Duran burst. Come on, jump over here. Jump over here. It's a little bit too far, but that's okay. Where is Arlecchino's thing? Okay, there. I cannot get Arlecchino's mark from the downed robots. I did not know that's how it worked. I don't watch Mr. Beast. Not informative. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's like Mr. Beast is like, I mean, sure, right? Like very good production stuff, whatever, right? Like people. Okay, I don't know how this guy works, and I have work in literally 1 minute from now. Okay. I thought I could just steamroll through it. That's why I even bothered to try. I thought I could just steamroll through it. Okay, well, anyway, I gotta open up my work stuff. Okay, right. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Bye, guys. Bye. Those are local legends. Yeah, that's true. They are local legends. Right. And hey, I like your mindset. Cecil? Lion King? Yeah, Cecil Lion King. I like your mindset, man. I don't watch like purely entertaining, like absolutely zero informative stuff on the internet. It just feels like brain rot nowadays. Just feels like brain rot. Even who's the science guy? The guy who had like the squirrel experiment thing. I don't remember, but like he's like the guy's like he used to be a NASA scientist and turned YouTuber. He's like his videos are starting to look a lot like Mr. Beast stuff, but just science-y. And even though it is science stuff, and there's a chance that I might learn something from it, it's still just starting to feel a lot like brain rot. Alright, anyway, bye guys. Take care.